Advances in technology will affect not only the composition and utilization of roads, but also the speed and cost of their construction and maintenance. In the next fireside chat with Akhilesh Srivastava, World Economic Forum, he'll share his knowledge on growing role of technology in road construction, maintenance, and safety. I would again like to invite Megha Manchanda, Assistant Editor, Digital Content, ETInfra, to lead the conversation. Over to you, Megha.
Welcome, Mr. Akhilesh Srivastava from World Economic Forum. I'll quickly ask you my first question how has technology benefited road construction and road safety? And since we're talking about digital highways, what does it exactly mean? And what does it mean for the future of road construction in India?
Perfectly. Thank you, Megha. And thank you. I appreciate the organizers for organizing this wonderful talk and on a very relevant topic, which needs to be discussed more. And you are just flagging this issue. I'm sure this will create ripples. A lot of people will start talking around it, and some policies will be developed around it. It may lead to the good implementation as well. So, not taking further time, I will just go straight to the points which you asked. How technology is helping the road sector primarily. So absolutely, the technology, there is a technology age. If we talk about this century or even this decade, the digital technology has taken a big leap. You find technology is transforming various conventional sectors. For example, just take an example of manufacturing. Earlier, a decade back, the manufacturing of a car used to take a lot of time. Now you find the latest digital platforms are making the car delivery within 3 minutes. A new car is produced. Same way goes with the banking sector. A decade or 2 decades earlier, probably our youngsters, millennial generation has not seen when people used to go to a bank, stay in the crowd, wait for that teller, he will announce number and go. Now it's all digital. Sitting at home, the transactions are being done. So that has changed the entire fintech, financial sector itself. The same way the technology has to reshape, improve the operational efficiency of the construction sector as well. And that's I'm happy that when you guys are also trying. This has been my motto to encourage the adoption of technology. Fortunately, I had an opportunity to implement it also personally when I was working as a Chief General Manager, Operations, IT, and Commercial Operations in NHAI. So technology has a very clear, definitive, and productive use in the construction of highways. Demonstrated with the example, we tried to use technology. I mean, when I was trying to convince my top bosses to implement more and more technology, like for survey, instead of going for a total survey that is a manual kind of survey, why don't we use LiDAR? Why don't we use drones for the survey, satellite imagery, take the Google map, plot on these. These improve the efficiency and the accuracy of survey to a very, very great extent. Similarly, so the planning, when the planning which we had been using manually, which was taking a lot of time and was lacking accuracy as well to that precision level, these got multi-fold increase when we started using the LiDAR survey and the Google, the satellite imagery maps of the location. It used to give which are the areas are vulnerable, which are the area our alignment should be made, and which is the most cost optimizing layout of the road going to be. So this the planning not only reduce the initial cost, reduce the time of planning it, and it also made it very precisely, very you can say very detailed, focused, accurate document, the DPRs. When we go to the construction phase of the highway construction, same. Earlier, the progress of work used to be, we used to talk over phone with the project director or the contractor from the far-flung areas and the places. Yeah, what is the progress? How much progress was made this month, this week, or the day? when we put all these things on cloud, it's automatically visible, the project management softwares and all. And once you know the issues, you know what is bottleneck, well in time, a proactive action can be taken to mitigate those issues, and the team, the focus can be diverted on it can be put exactly focused on that problem to solve it, so that the issue is resolved and the progress goes ahead. Earlier, the delay, so that led to a compression in the execution time. The time, usually, few years back, 5, 6, or I will say a decade back, a lot of projects, highway projects, were long delayed. They were running into years of delay. And in some places, we didn't know how much time is going to take to complete that project as it is, because there was no clear visibility. But now, majority of projects are completing well in time, the stipulated time we cater. Not only within time, but many are completing much ahead of schedule, and these guys are taking bonus also. So that's the huge impact of technology in construction field. Now, the coming to a third phase, once the highways are planned, constructed, and now put into use, here again, the technology is playing a very, very major role. For example, apparent from the FASTag, the toll collection. Earlier, few years back, we were not aware how much toll is being collected, what is the issues. There used to be a big queue at the toll plaza. In fact, whenever we used to go to places or meet people, at various forums, people used to tell me, Akhilesh, your roads are very good, national highways. But when we reach to the toll plaza, the entire journey experience is turned into a very bitter taste. You have to wait for 20 minutes at toll plaza in that smoke and all, because the vehicles are idle there. Now that's all gone. FASTag has not only brought every transparency in toll collection, things are coming directly into the bank or through a single platform. This month, toll collection crossed 4,000 crores in a month. So just you see, annualize it by 12, multiplying by 12. So how much toll is coming to transparently to the government kitty? No idling, time has reduced. So these things led to a lot of improvement in the road construction. So potential as immense, proved by the results as well. The only issue which is need to be addressed is the road safety. Here again, now through World Economic Forum, I am implementing the technology into road safety. And that's why I call this program, which I am doing with the World Economic Forum, is Road Safety 2.0. That's the next generation road safety, which adapt to the millennial and this generation, where everybody is having smartphones. So if using technology, we can improve the road safety, probably that will be the biggest achievement, I believe.
Great, sir. So that brings me to my next question, and which is that since technology is the answer for the future, is cost a consideration? And you yourself mentioned about road safety. How useful is technology going to be in terms of ensuring road safety in the future for highway projects?
Absolutely brilliant question, Megha. Yes, if you see the cost effectiveness of technology adoption in infrastructure as a whole, if I say, the ROI is exorbitant. It cannot be even described. For example, if I say I developed NHAI Data Lake, it's a cloud-based big data platform where the entire NHAI contractor, consultants, concessionaires, project director, regional officers, headquarter, finance, everybody got connected into this big data platform and having a unique password and access in a secured manner and role based. So the entire workflow moved to the digital platform. Improve the efficiency like anything. I will just quote you efficiency, then I will come to the cost. For example, say if a contractor in some area where he is constructing road, he requests for some approval, some extension of time, or some change of scope, which he encountered at the site. The process is he will prepare his statement, submit into the PD office. PD will get opinion, or the authority engineer's office. They will scrutinize it. how much time they are going to take. If it is not digitally monitored, nobody knows. Then they will submit with their comments, recommendation to the project director. He may take his time to do the things, then he will submit to the regional officer. And if need requires, it may come to the headquarter NHAI for approval of the member, chairman, or the NHAI board, depending on the financial or the issue which is flagged as per the delegation of power. Now, this process in a non-digital mode was entirely not known. Nobody knew where the file is stuck, how much time it's going to take. But when we convert it into a data lake, the moment concessionaire, he is supposed to submit everything on the data lake only, NHAI data lake. The moment he submits it, along with the supporting documents, an alert immediately and SMS and mail goes to the project authority engineer or the consultant. There is a case here. And this can be seen by the entire ecosystem in the NHAI. Anybody concerned with that project can see one case was submitted by this man on 2nd of May. Now it is with the authority engineer. He cannot escape. He has to reply within 7 days, and then it will go to PD, and the whole process flow with the time is being monitored. So what actually this did, when we implemented it, there were used to be close to 200 extension of time cases pending since years with various channels. Within 2 months of implementation of data lake, when all these things were put across, it was the chairman who pushed hard for this that time. We brought this around 200 pending cases to in a single digit. Right, all these old cases were cleared. Appropriate decision were taken whether it is to be rejected or it is to be approved. But conclusion was drawn, and thereafter, and similarly, the payment which used to take unknown time. Now there was a definite that the moment it is logged into the system, within 3 days it has to be paid, and that has been followed. 90% of the payment were being paid, barring few which has some issues which is to be checked into. So this led to a huge efficiency improvement, and the construction pace got suddenly raised in spite of COVID. In 2021, NHAI made around 4,500 kilometers of national highways, which was almost 30 to 40% above the annual average of NHAI since its inception in 1997. That itself speaks how technology has done that too in spite of COVID. So it led. Now I'm sure if so much things are there, it leads to reduction in the disputes, faster progress. So economic, if you term into the monetary benefits of this economically, that's tremendous, direct and indirect both. But now consider what was the cost of this data lake. It was hardly 5 to 6 CR, and then it is being operational. So, so small item of 5 CR is saving you at least 1,000 crore rupees in a year, or maybe in the long term, put direct, indirect. So that's the huge ROI of investment into technology in highway sector. Coming to your second question regarding how technology is going to improve road safety. Here again, I will love to share very good insight which we got in my second inning with now World Economic Forum and in road safety. And Megha, this have taken on my own as a my return to the society, because I think technology has to be used for the benefit of people. Like FASTag is doing good, so I feel satisfied that my technology adoption, efficiency in the highway sector entry, that's done. So, but road safety is a very, very serious issue in India. 11% of global deaths take place in India. That's a huge number. Roughly 150,000 people die on the Indian roads every year. That amounts to at every 4 minutes, one person is dying on Indian roads. That's something appalling. And if you further go drill down, we'll find that the age group and the economic background of these people is very, heartening. The age group is mostly between 18 to 45, 50 year of the, that means they are the working guys. Second, they mostly come from the economically poor or just lower middle class people, and most of them are the sole breadwinner for their family. If a person dies, just imagine the plight of the family which is left behind. It's a pathetic number, because I interviewed, I met a lot of people, and I thought, I mean, something must be done. Second thing is the economic impact of these 150,000 nearly people. This is the official record. Unofficially, non-recorded, maybe a few more thousand numbers over here. So the economic impact of this is roughly 4 trillion Indian rupees wasted in the non-productive, their medicals, their police complaint, their investigation, then insurance, the claim to the family, and all these put together, totally non-productive. Study was done by TRIP Center, IIT Delhi. They say it's around 4 trillion Indian rupees every year. That's the huge money. We spend 2 trillion, 2 lakh Indian rupees in the construction of new highways in the road. 4 lakh rupees we are losing because of accident. So what this statistic says, it says that, I mean, the focus has to be shifted. We need to focus on the road safety. If we reduce that number by half, probably we are at par with the new construction we are making. So there's a, I mean, we must focus very seriously, and the government at the all levels, people should deliberate more on these issues than and then second other issues after this. Number one. Second thing, what we did from World, and that's why World Economic Forum took this challenge, and we are trying to do it in differently using technology. What we are doing, we started making pilots. We said if we go with a normal vanilla kind of road safety and say people that you improve behavior, you do follow these rules and all, probably it is not working. Because in last 1 decade, around 13 lakh people died in spite of so many road safety measures taken by the government and many NGOs and others. What is going to work is next level, put technology. So we, after a stakeholder consultation and all, we identified what are the two main reasons which are leading to the accident. The reason number one was surprisingly the human behavior itself. The people drive rash. Many drivers are not aware of the traffic rules or the safety rules. A lot of commercial vehicle drivers who they drive continuously to maximize their one more trip to earn more money. So they drive beyond the 8 hours, or and that fatigue takes place. They lead to accident. So these things, and then drunk and drive, over speeding is a very common. We did a survey on the some of the major expressways and found the people were driving just for thrill and adventure at about 200 kilometer per hour speed, which is absolutely ridiculous. So these things needs to be controlled. We adopted two approach, stick and carrot. What we said, let's in India with a huge 1.4 billion population and roughly around 4 million people driving on a road on any particular moment of time, practically it's not humanly possible to issue challan to everybody and do the penalty. Let's create some self behavior change. Here we came with an AI based system. This is meant for in pilot we did. I will just explain you. I suppose I'm not taking more time, Mega. Okay. So what we did, we through a mobile app, very low cost solution for the commercial vehicle of drivers. There's an AI based mobile application. They put into the vehicle, and the moment they put it, start looking at their eyes. And if he feels sleepy for even 2 seconds, eyes are closed, a buzzer goes and makes him alert. We added some emotional content to it. That buzzer, instead of normal buzzer, it is a voice of their family members, their kids, their wife, their parents, or somebody. So he takes that emotional connect also come. So that led to alertness to the drivers, number one. Secondly, this app is also tracking their driving behavior. And for every good driving behavior, for example, they earn points. For example, say if he drives 100 kilometers, he earns 60 points, 0.6 into the kilometer. If he drives with the safe speed, without much zigzag lane changing, not many sudden breaks, not sleeping, so he keeps on scoring these at this rate, 60 points per 100 kilometer. But if he does any fault, then points are deducted, over speeding and late driving and all these things. So at the end of the journey, he end up with certain points. These points keep on accumulating. And what we are doing is we are monetizing these points when they increase a threshold. So like Haldiram has come up to help it. They say on along my highways, my dhabas are there. The restaurant, these drivers are welcome to come. If their points are 1,000 plus, we'll offer some rebate, 50 rupees rebate to them. So they get a captive customer. It's an ecosystem has to be developed, win-win. And this guy goes there to monetize his 50 points. Others are not there. Similarly, we are in talk with the insurance companies that higher the score, you give some rebate corresponding to the score in their insurance premium because he's a safe driver. Similarly, fuel stations and other people we are talking in this pilot that let's build an ecosystem where people become so conscious. Yeah, my score should be very high. I should be 5,000, 10,000, so I get maximize my benefit. This is a self improvement behavior linked to some monetary thing. This I believe it is working, and the pilot results shows that validates this. The pilot results of last 4 months say we tried with a very minuscule number of 10,000, but it was over scale. A lot of people were, but the company which was doing, they stopped at 12,000 because of their own financial constraint. They said beyond this, let it to be seen in scaling. But on those people who has used this in last 4 months, I mean, not a single accident, major accident was reported. So you can see the reduction in the score, and they're very conscious about the points. They are getting all the benefits. Not for their fault, there was not any single accident at all. That's led to a huge reduction in the accidents. So similarly, I mean, we are trying to encourage, create an ecosystem. Regarding the stick, we are helping the state governments to capture the using again AI based cameras to check the seat belts wearing, mobile use, or jumping the red light or over speed, and instantly send a challan through, connect the police control room and the highway infrastructure on a digital platform. That's called digital highway concept. And then police sends a challan to them. The agency which is doing it ensure that challan is recovered, and it gets some money for putting those cameras. So I am developing a ecosystem of PPP model. Yeah.
So thank you so much for sharing your valuable inputs, your wonderful insight on the subject of technology and road safety. Thank you for your time, sir. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you, Mr. Srivastava, for putting the valid points on the table and bringing the concerns to think over. Now we'll move to the next discussion. Stay tuned and keep tweeting.